Hello and welcome to Math 200 Statistics Online here at Kenyatta College. My name is Lapuz and I'm going to be the instructor for the course for our summer 2025 online statistics class. This video is a quick orientation on our learning management system, and that would be our Canvas page. And I first want to make a note that this Canvas shell contains two sections of Math 200, and that is the first section is 53219, and the second section is the course number 55482. Now, I know that the course itself, or the Canvas shell itself, has a 53219 number, but I want to assure you that for those people in the 55482 section, you will be receiving the same information as everybody else in the other section. So these two sections are combined into one, and that's what we'll have. Now, on this homepage, we can scroll down and take a look at information here. I want to reiterate that the best way to get a hold of me is through the inbox feature in Canvas. If you go on the left side of your Canvas page, you can see the inbox icon over here, and you can click on that to message me and send me information or whatever else that you need to do to communicate with me. There's a subject line, so make sure you try to address that, and so I will know what we will be discussing. We have the orientation video here, and then beyond that, we have the assignments and their due dates. So you can see that due on 6/13, we have assignments for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, homework assignments from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. We have a journal assignment due on the 14th and 15th, etc. So most of these are already open and available. Some of them are not yet open and available because they will open up as the semester goes along. So you can access your assignments here. And there's a lot of other ways to access assignments, so this is just one of the ways. If we have other announcements, I will post them here, and then we have some information about some past students and some FAQs in the bottom. All right, our next menu item is the modules. Our modules is broken up by chapters. So the first module gives you information about the home page, which is our home page, and then some information about the textbook. Beyond that, we have the chapters. So chapter 1, the chapters, the modules are set up by chapter, and it's set up where the first thing to click on would be the first place to start. So we have videos and some quizzes. Now, these quizzes are not going to be officially part of your grade, but they will account for some extra credit. So if you want to make sure you collect as much extra credit or collect as much credit as possible for this course, please feel free to work on the videos. And just a little hint, they will also be extremely useful when you take your exams. We have a discussion board, and the discussion board takes you to a discussion board where you can ask, you can post questions, and you can also answer the questions. Now, these discussion boards are really for you to communicate with each other. I will occasionally drop in and take a look at some of the questions in there, but I normally don't, and I expect other people to kind of find information. If you do want to get a hold of me to ask me some questions, you can go back to the inbox feature. There's some help videos for homework and some technology. The technology that we'll use, we'll see in the syllabus, is the TI-84 or Google Sheets. That also extends to Excel if you want, but Sheets are available with your my.smccd account. And then we have these homework assignments here. Some extra videos might pop up below that, but generally that's how each of those modules are set up. We have the videos and the quizzes start here, the discussion board, some extra technology and homework help videos, and the homework assignments. Now, some chapters have more homework assignments than others, so keep that in mind when you're working on the homework. Okay. There's some information about the midterm also here, and after that, the actual, well, as we get closer to the dates, the midterms will actually be available. Let's just take a look at one of these things. Let's go to chapter 4, and we're talking about discrete random variables. And the process for you, one process might be to, you can browse the book if you want, or you can jump directly to one of these videos. Here is an overview of some information or a video about the breakdown of the chapter overview, and then each of these have their own sections. So this is section 4.1, another breakdown overview. You can look at the textbook if you want. Here's a link to the textbook. And click on that, and that brings you to the textbook. We have a quiz. So these are the extra credit quizzes that come around and help boost your grade. And so you can take the quiz, and they generally are going to be short quizzes with 4 questions that are directly related to the video or the section that we're talking about. So section 4.1, you can look at the video, and then some of these questions will relate to the video. Okay. And then for each of these sections, again, once you get past that, there's some extra videos that are sometimes provided by the open source textbook that we have, and so you can browse through that to get further, deeper understanding. Okay, and that follows the same pattern for these things. So, so yeah, that might be an approach. So an approach might be to go to the module and to go to a chapter, start off with a chapter of videos and quizzes, and do the quizzes. And if you have any questions, go through the discussions, and maybe go through some technology help videos. So these are videos that were created by some folks, and sometimes it's the publisher, sometimes it's me, and they have some information about how to use the technology to get through some of your work. And then once you get past that and you think you're ready for the homework, you can go ahead and click on one of these homework assignments, and this will send you to another learning management system called MyOpenMath. So you can do a start, and then they have some information here. So this is not just multiple choice. Some of these things ask for expressions. Some of these things ask for numerical answers. So you just have to go through it and see what it's asking for, and then try to be able to answer the questions. Now, these questions are the way they work is that you can answer a question and then submit it to see if you're right or not, and you'll see this if it's right or not. And then you can get a similar question if you feel like you got it wrong, and then now you know how to figure it out. So let's see, the population in 1810 would be somewhere between 100 and 150. So let's try 125 maybe. That's still incorrect. Let's try it again. Oh, 1810 is up here at 200, so let's try 200. So you got that right. And so as you can see, first few tries you got it wrong, and then you eventually get it right, and so it'll keep your correct answer. And that's going to be what will be recorded for your homework score. So really, if you have the time, you should be able to eventually get the correct answer. Now, if you're not getting the correct answer, you're not understanding it, you're more than welcome to jump back out and take a look at the textbook or any of the other videos to see if that'll help you. Okay, so that's generally how the homework assignments look like. And some of them have multiple parts, so keep that in mind. All right, so that's how the modules are set up. Again, this is one kind of rhythmic way for you to get through this course, is to go through chapter by chapter. Now, there's some days where there's 2 chapters that are due, so make sure uh, you you spend enough time to be able to complete these assignments. Uh, Especially in the beginning, we don't know how long it's going to for you to be able to complete an assignment. So make sure you do it way ahead of time. And then once you get the rhythm of it, once you get the feel for how long it takes for you to complete homework assignments, then you can start trying to figure out um, how to maximize your studying time for this class. Okay, the next menu item is the syllabus. You can download the schedule. The schedule are due dates. Now, generally, these assignments will be available ahead of time, so they're not just available like chapters 1 and 2 are due on Friday, June 13th. They're not just going to open up on Friday, June 13th. They are already open and available for you, so you have up to 4 days to complete them. So please, please, please make sure you spend enough time. Don't wait till the last day to complete it. Don't wait till the due date to complete your assignments. Okay, so that is what the schedule is for you to be able to see what's happening. The syllabus, you can read through the syllabus. We have a welcome statement, a communication plan, the proctoring requirements. So this class will use Proctorio, and the Proctorio needs a webcam and needs for you to be able to share your screen. So you actually need to do this on a computer with some approved browsers. If that's going to be an issue, then we can try to set up something else different where you might have to come up to school, to Kenyatta College, and take the exam in person. Otherwise, I implore you to please find a computer that will have the capabilities that are needed for Proctorio. So we're going to be using Canvas, and here's information about the textbook. Our online textbook that is sponsored by OpenStax, and the technology that we can use for this class. So I'll be using Google Sheets, but you can certainly use Excel or a TI-84 calculator. Or if you find any other online resources that might work for you, then that would be great. Please do so. We have a course description and student learning outcomes and a few other resources available for our college. The breakdown for your grade will be 20% homework. There's some makeup policy for homework here. You can read through that. The midterm exam is worth 35%. The final exam is worth 40%, and our journal assignments are worth 5%. Now, these categories from the homework to the midterm, final, and journals add up to 100% already. So the quiz check-ins are 2% of your grade, and they'll be counted as extra credit. We have the grade breakdown, and then the information about the website, the Canvas page, and then some possible approaches. And the syllabus has a set of dates already for you. You can take a look at that. But again, I think the schedule might fit a little bit better for viewing what's coming up for you. All right, and here's a topic list and our visual overview of what's happening. So in statistics, in our class, we'll be looking at descriptive statistics, where we collect data and be able to explore and explain the center, spread, and distribution. And then we're going to talk about probability and probability distributions. And then we'll combine these two ideas into the central limit theorem to get to our inferential statistics, where we use statistics to be able to draw conclusions, make predictions about things that we know about a population. All right, I did want to reiterate the homework policy. It's here in the syllabus if you want to take a look at it again. Beyond that, we could take a look at the things that are upcoming. So our first big day where a bunch of assignments are due is going to be on Friday, June 13th. So make sure you get through these things well ahead of time. And then on the 14th, we have a couple of things due. And on the 15th, we have another assignment due. And then on the 16th, we have another one. So it's going to be a busy weekend this first week. And this is just a good way to kickstart our class and make sure you're on full steam ahead. And if you start falling behind, then if you feel like this class might be going a little too fast, then maybe you want to reconsider taking it in a regular semester-long class. Remember that we are compactifying 17 and a half weeks of course material into 6 weeks in the summer. So please keep that in mind. All right, we have an announcements page. At this point, we don't have any announcements yet, but when the announcements start coming around, you can, it should be sent to you, to your email. It will also be in the home page. In the top of the home page, you'll see recent announcements, which we don't have any at this point, but next time you go to the home page, you'll see the most recent announcements. If you have, if you're looking for an announcement that's beyond 2 announcements ago, then you can click on this announcements page and then view that. Here are our assignments. The best way to display the assignments is by the due date. You can also see them by type. So you can see a bunch of check-in quizzes here, homework assignments here, categorized by type, and then the journal assignments. I do want to spend a moment about the journal assignments. There's a few types of journal assignments. When you see the DB, it's a discussion board journal assignment. This is an assignment that you would post in a discussion board that would actually be graded. And so I will go through them and make sure that you're participating and make sure that you're following the directions. And directions usually ask you to comment on a couple of students' work. So you can get that, you can see that in these discussion board journal assignments. So that's one type of journal assignment. Another type of journal assignment does not have the DB indication here in the title. It just says J2 Math Auto. So this is your math autobiography assignment. This is something that you would type up, write an essay or whatever, and send to me directly. And nobody else will see it except for me. And then you'll get graded for that. And then we have this other kind of journal assignment, and this is a proctorio check. So this proctorio check is really a check to make sure that you went through the syllabus, and also will give us practice using proctorio to help us prepare for the exams. So there'll be more information about that later. And then right now I have the first 4 journal assignments. We will have a total of 10 maybe journal assignments in this semester. Okay, our midterm and finals aren't posted yet, so they will be listed here. And we do have extra credit on top of the regular check-in quizzes. I encourage you to do them. And this one is related to the first journal assignment. So you have to do the first journal assignment. And then once you've completed that, if you're interested in doing more extra credit, you can do it here. Okay, the next item is a grade book. This is where you can view your grades to see how you're doing. And then we have discussions, which can be accessed in different places. So we have the J1 discussion, Journal 1 assignment, and then we have also discussion boards for each of those chapters that have been posted, where you can post questions, answer questions, and things like that, where you're going to be communicating with your classmates, and then more journal assignments. The rest of this is just information about the college in general. We have an accessibility link over here, which doesn't seem to work. We have information about Kenyatta College, Kenyatta Cares Program, tutoring at Kenyatta College, and here's a Proctorio link, but I don't think you need to click on that. You just have to have Proctorio installed. And then once we get to our first or our third journal assignment, you'll see that you're going to have to try to install that. And then there's a few more other miscellaneous links over here. But I think that's it. So in general, this is what we have. This is our course. And I want to once again welcome you to our course, and hopefully you'll find the rhythm early on so you can get through this course with a, some sort of pattern, because different people have different ways of learning, and they have different ways of attaining the material, and then being able to respond back and making sure that you're able to complete our learning outcomes. So I want to wish you all good luck, and I'll see you online.